Okay, we've talked a lot about Roots Magic 6, and there's just one more thing I want to make sure that we cover before we move on, and that is how to manage our tempo work. There is a big reason why we go with Roots Magic and other ones like it, because we can make sure that we're tracking and know when the tempo work gets done for all of the people that we have in our database. We talked a little bit before about linking people to Family Search, and I'm going to show you that again just so that we can make sure I cover it well. This little tree right here is how we link this person to the same one that's in Family Search database. So you click on it, okay, and when it will give you a bunch of things. Now, things to remember from this list that we talked about earlier was we see this kind of thing right here where this is the correct one. This one is a little bit different because the name's spelled different, but it's the same person and the place is spelled wrong. This one's the same person, but the birth date is wrong. Okay, so we need to fix those, and I'll show you later on in the Family Search lessons on how to actually fix those. But for now, in version 6, when you click this, okay, it comes up with a box. In version 4, again, there's a box up here that you can't get to until you click this. And it doesn't really hurt to do this before you merge these all together. But it's easier to make sure that you get them all if you don't do it till you merge them. But for this particular person, I'm going to go ahead and link him. So we match him with Family Search. Now what that does, it takes and links my person in my database with what is in the Family Search database. Now they're linked together. Any changes that happens on my side they don't go to Family Search, but I know that if I'm looking at mine and it's not the same in Family Search, then I need to go there and fix it. But what this does do is it links it. Now, we're done here. So what I wanted to do is show you this part right here. Okay? If you have in your preferences said that you want to keep track of LDS ordinances, this will be there. I think it's also in one of these other oh, here. No, that's something else. Yeah, I don't know. I thought there was another place. Anyway, it should be here. And then, so what this does is let me show you. Click on it, and it gives you this screen. Now, what it does is it goes out and it looks at all the people that you have linked. Okay. Let's see. There's 60,000 people in this database, but they're not all matched. Here we are, matched, 493. So when you come into this screen, it will start counting. It will look at all those links and tell you what's changed, or not what, that something has changed since the last time that you were here. Now, that could be information, that could be temple work, that could be names, that could be just about anything. Okay? And so it will count up, it'll go through all 493, and then it will tell you what they are. Now we're going to not let it do that. So when we click on this name here, it will retrieve the information from my RootsMagic database, and then it will retrieve the same information from Family Search. Now this first part shows you the information itself. This one has a christening date and I don't, which isn't that big of a deal. Here's the marriage, not that big a deal. Okay. The important thing is, if you go up here and look at ordinances. Okay, this is the ordinances that there are, and as you can see, I've got them all. So we don't really need to worry about that information. But had they changed, we could, let's see if we can find one that's changed. Well, I can't really see any that have changed. But anyway, you can look when you click on these, you can switch back to the shared data, look at the data that's different. Like in this particular case, it would be nice to have that burial date in my file, even though it's wrong. But anyway, that's what all this is for, is to go through and see if there's any difference from the last time that you were in here. And yeah, there's just nothing different here, so that I care about anyway at this point. But anyway, that's how you manage your temple work. So had there been some changes, we could update them. So we can look at the shared data. We can see what's going on. Go to the ordinances, see what's going on. Now, next time that we come in for all of these names that we have clicked on, it won't show up anymore. Okay, so that way we don't have to mess with them again. Okay, so basically that's all there is for the temple work. This way you know how to keep track of when your temple work is done. Okay, and see, it used to say 80 and I clicked on 4. I see it said 80 something, and now it's going to go back and start checking again since I stopped it. Okay, but anyway, this is kind of a different way, to look at what's going on. You can request temple work from here. I wouldn't, simply because you have to be in Family Search at some point in time to add all these people to Family Search. And so while you're there, request the temple work from within the supported product itself and not have to rely on an interface. Not that there's a problem, but you just never know. I've seen updates come into RootsMagic that have broken things that should be working. Okay. Now this, so anyway, you can play with this. This is just people who, like this ordinance one is people who don't have them and aren't linked. I just don't use any of this. I mainly stick to this so that I keep track of it. So every once in a while, like once a month, and depending on how active your file is, maybe every 2 weeks. If you're not very active, maybe once a quarter. Go through and fix these. Look at all of these so that you can keep it clean. Makes it much easier to manage. Once you get up to 490 people, it takes a while to go through that whole thing. So that's kind of how you manage your temple work and changes that go on. But basically, when you get to at the individual level, if you hit this temple work button like that, it will show you all of the official ordinances, and then like here, not in file. Okay, so I can click that and copy that. Okay, and the baptism that I have is wrong. And now you can, and see, with this you can't. No, it did. Oh, never mind. Okay, so anyway, that's kind of how you do it on an individual level. So that's kind of the overall feeling of how you manage temple work and changes between Roots Magic and Family Search.